Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to improve your ability to not be distracted and stay productive with all the new social media platforms and news and content being thrown at you. I got a bunch of requests about this topic over the years, and I think things are in general going to be worse rather than better since there's always new social media content, there's always new people coming out with epic content that's going to hook you in, pull on your psychological triggers, and get you sucked into a rabbit hole where your productivity drops. So I thought this was a relevant topic, and I have 3 tips for you. The very first tip, to explain it, I have a short story I want to tell. So a few months ago, I was talking to this person, and I shared something, and then uh, they said, well, you should have just, gone, shared the exact link and taken us to that social media platform and so on and so forth. And long story short, we had a small argument because I was basically saying, like, I don't want you to go to that social media platform. Once you're on it, you're going to be sucked into a rabbit hole. And these are work hours. So you're just going to be more uh, unproductive. And his argument was, well, hashtag willpower. Once you get on a platform, it's your responsibility to stay disciplined. And I just ended the debate there because it was not the time to argue. But the first tip I have for you is to understand that uh, willpower is not the answer. Willpower is not the answer or the secret or the solution. And as you can see by the story, many people still think it is. Many people think that willpower and discipline is what's going to lead them to greater and greater levels of success, and that's the only thing stopping them from success in various areas of their life, whether that's going to the gym and getting muscular and fit and strong, um, or staying off social media. And if that was true, then you wouldn't be asking me about this because that's what people have been doing. They've been trying to use their willpower to not eat as much fast food as they have, or stop uh, watching YouTube videos or scrolling Instagram when the time is right. And usually it fails. So, of course, science shows that willpower can be trained and improved and enhanced, but there's a specific framework behind that and a specific set of instructions that's detailed in the book, The Willpower Instinct, that's very scientific. And most people don't follow that. They just try their hardest and they fail and they just stay where they are throughout life. That's why people still don't go to the gym after 10, 20 years. And I've been proud to say that I've stayed very consistent with my gym routine more or less for the last 3+ years. The second tip I have for you is that, okay, now as you know that willpower isn't the answer, it helps, but it's not the answer. What can you do? So you're already ahead of most people relying on willpower. The second thing is to, as I hinted at, don't even go on there when you have to work. So schedule specific blocks of time where you should be working and then make it so that you can't get onto the site. Your goal is not to even get onto the site because these companies have spent millions of dollars to make it so that it's super addictive, so that the perfect recommended video is sent to you based on their algorithm. So you can't compete with that with your reptilian mind. So don't even go on there in the first place. Throw on a website Chrome extension blocker. Throw on a timer. Maybe go into a room without the internet. Sometimes you can, install a profile on your laptop where that profile has no internet access or no browsers installed. You get the point. There are plenty of creative things you can do so that you are blocked from even getting on there. Because once you're on there, the psychology is going to be against you and it's going to be a downhill battle. And then the third tip is to forgive yourself and give yourself those moments of break. If you just restrain completely, it's kind of like telling your child that he can never eat candy for his entire childhood. Those type of children end up overcompensating when they grow up and eating way too much candy, or getting super addicted to other stuff in life because they're overcompensating for that scarcity. So forgive yourself if you relapse one day and you're on social media. Science has shown that people who forgive themselves, rather than beat themselves up, end up sticking to a habit more than those who don't. I wrote a whole article on this about, I think it was titled like, Science Proves Procrastination is Wrong. But if you search procrastination in the search bar on my blog, which is linked below, you'll find the research and the studies I linked to on that. But forgive yourself and give yourself those breaks. So yes, have those blocks of time, those 45 minutes, 5 hours or whatever, where you're working. But then give yourself that 1 hour or half an hour or whatever in the day where you are allowed to just relax and go on social media. So hopefully those tips help.